it's really, like I say, I'm gonna be able to cut this. It's not gonna be an issue at all. So I might take these off. That might be better light. All right?
Yep.
All right. Hello everybody, Bill Sparks with Gilead Ministries, and I'm here for another episode of Mini Views as we take a look into cancer patients' lives. We're just sharing their stories, and so today I'm with Kevin Pauley, and Kevin is one of our clients, and I want to take a moment and let you hear his story. So Kevin, tell us about your time that you found out about your cancer and what happened shortly after, the type of things that you felt or did.
Okay. December the 3rd, 2017, I was doing some work at my mom's farm, and I've been over to lay a concrete block down, and I had horrible pain in my back, and I had an MRI done, and they found that I had fractured my L1 disc, but also on the disc itself was a lesion. And many tests later, biopsies and what have you, we found out that I had stage 4 liver cancer, and it had moved from my liver into my L1 disc. So that's how I was diagnosed. That's when I found out I had it.
So what did they do after you found out about diagnosis? What type of things did they tell you?
Well, once they found out that it was liver cancer, I had to go see a GI oncologist, and he told me without treatments I would have probably 6 months to live, and with treatments probably a year. Now this was February of 2018, so I've surpassed the year, and I had really good treatment. I had 3 good doctors at Moffat Cancer Center in Florida, in Tampa, where I used to live. However, when I found out about the cancer and my wife and I being in Florida, we decided we wanted to come back home, be with our kids and our grandbabies, spend as much time as we could with them. So we sold our house, we moved back to Marion, where we're closer with all the kids and grandbabies and other family members. And I tell you what, before the diagnosis, before all this started, you know, I never thought of my mortality. You know, I don't know if everybody's like I was, but you just live each day, and you don't really give thanks, and you don't really slow down and appreciate things like you should. But once you're told, you know, you got stage 4 liver cancer, or cancer in general, at least for me, each morning I wake up and I thank the good Lord that I woke up that day, and that I get to spend another day with my family. It's a rough road, but if you put your trust in Jesus and let Him do what He needs to do, it's easier. You know, it is. It's easier. So I don't know. I'm thankful. Man, I got people praying for me outside of this country, people I've never met, my family, my friends, and I truly believe in the power of prayer. And good doctors here, Dr. Bendeley at Progressive Cancer Center, he's taking care of me, and my wife, Paula, I couldn't do this without her. She's right next to me every step of the way. So it really affects an individual, but it affected me in a positive way. Really, I mean, it really did.
Yeah.
It taught me to slow down and be thankful and give the Lord the credit.
Great, great. So now you were taking treatments recently that were immunotherapy, am I correct?
Immunotherapy.
And tell us a little about that and what that was like.
Well, you know, I take it once a month, It takes an hour IV. I also have to take an hour's worth of magnesium because that treatment eats up my magnesium. I'm fortunate again that immunotherapy doesn't affect me. I mean, in a negative manner. It's the tumor in my liver is not getting any smaller, but it's not getting any larger. So the treatment's working. I don't get sick from the treatments. There's no adverse effects. So really it's just spending 2 hours once a month at the cancer center getting that treatment. Every 3 months I have CAT scans done and bone scans done to make sure that the treatment's working. And so far so good.
Great, great. You and I met obviously a few years back, a little place called the Sheriff's Department.
Yes, sir.
Grant County Sheriff's Department, and so we've known each other for a number of years.
Long time.
And so obviously when you started going through your cancer, I had an opportunity to start sending some encouragement to you.
Yes.
So what from Gilead has been the most encouraging for you?
Man, I tell you what, the mailings that I get, the prayers, your texts, almost daily. Yeah, if you don't send me a prayer every day, it's about every other day, and we appreciate that. It's just Gilead's a godsend. Means the world to me. I don't know who's going to be watching this, but if you can financially support Gilead, please do, because it makes a difference. And I'm not just saying that, it really makes a difference. I just bought a table for the upcoming dinner and entertainment we're going to have on October 22nd.
Yep.
And I'm taking my whole family, my mom, sister, kids, and my wife and I. We're going to be there, and I just hope others will take the opportunity to be there as well.
Earlier you made mention of your faith, and obviously that's what we're about, is making sure that individuals know that hope that Christ gives.
Yep.
If you were talking to someone who was struggling with cancer and wondering about their future, and obviously you've been given more time than you expected, what would be the first thing you'd say to them about how you have been able to trust Jesus? What you say trust Him? Tell me what that looks like for you, if you can.
What trusting Jesus
For you,
means
yeah.
to me?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Eternity. You know, a blink of an eye is 4,000 years is what I've been told in heaven, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So eternity's forever, and when I leave this earth, I want to spend it with Jesus in heaven, and I get to be reunited with all my loved ones and friends that's went before me, and I'll be reunited with the ones after me, and you know, we weren't born to live on earth forever. This is just a stopping point, and we've got to prepare ourselves for that next step, and that's our heavenly life. If you know Jesus, and you just gotta believe, and I believe, and I hope everybody else will believe that the Lord is our Savior, and you gotta put your trust in Him and let Him. This is all happening for a reason. You gotta let Him control it. Just put everything in His hands, and everything will be all right.
Kevin, I appreciate your time, and I really appreciate your testimony. And that has been very encouraging for me today, just to sit and listen to you talk about that. So, this is, again, another episode of Many Views. Thank you so much, Kevin, for your time, and God bless all of you watching. Bye-bye.